Hello guys, I hope you're doing well. Just thought I'd jump on and make a video. I hope you can see me okay. So as well as doing our psychological work, as well as doing our healing work, as well as doing the shadow work, it's also important to get in touch with that place within us which doesn't need to be healed. To get in touch with that place within us which is already okay. To get in touch with the essence of what we are, which is already beyond suffering. Now there's two ways that people generally approach spirituality, and that is either the alchemical path of healing and tending to and meeting with love and compassion all the conditioned wounding that we hold inside, that we've picked up from our lives, maybe even from past lives, and from our parents' lives and their parents' lives. And we work with this material, this inner material, the emotions, the darkness, the heartbreak, the sadness, the closed downness of our nervous systems and of our chakra systems. We work with that material, we make it conscious, we come into it, we bring it into the light, we meet it with love and hold it and allow it to transform within the light of awareness. We're curious about exploring it, exploring the flavors of it. We're curious and we fall in love with the process of liberating these repressed parts of ourselves, bringing these repressed parts of ourselves up to the light. And each time we do this, each time the heart cracks open, each time you meet an old fear, an old wound, tears may flow. You may just feel an energetic opening in your system. Each time you feel this, you feel a little bit more liberated, a little bit more relief, a little bit more freedom inside. However, as important as that alchemical path is, as important as it is to become your own healer, it's also important to realize that there is something within your experience which doesn't need to be healed. It's important to inquire into, is there something here right now, even if my body-mind is feeling a bit shit, even if my body-mind is feeling fearful, even if my body-mind is feeling a little bit beaten up, is there something in my experience right now that is okay? I love the quote by Adyashanti. It really landed with me when I was reading his book. I can't remember the name of it now. But he says, even before you try to make peace happen, is it not true that peace is already present within your experience? Noticing the peace, that's already here. Noticing the freedom that's already here. Noticing the space within which your thoughts are arising. Noticing the space within which the body is contained. Inquiring into the nature of that which knows your experience. Coming to find that place inside which is already and always okay, which is already and always smiling, the smile that can never be taken. My teacher Ananta expresses this nicely when she said, well, she was put in prison in Japan when she was around my age. And she spent a year just completely beaten up within her mind. She was the only Westerner there in horrible conditions, working in a factory every day. And she was a spiritual woman. She was living in an ashram before she went there. Very sensitive into bodywork, into all of this stuff. Suddenly thrown into these extreme prison conditions. And she said one night, and I don't know the full story, but the guards were shouting or something, and she was standing to attention before she went into a cell. And she said she just felt this inner smile. And she realized that no matter what the guards did to her, no matter what happened to her, she could never lose this inner smile. This inner smile. So I believe it's important to take both approaches. The direct approach of inquiring into our being, discovering our being in this moment, the freedom of being, discovering what we are beyond the thinking mind in this moment. Being dedicated to freedom now. Being devoted to freedom now. And we can also work on meeting the inner material, the shadow, the emotions. But we're meeting it from a space of freedom. You don't have to wait until everything within you is healed before you can be free. If we had to wait for everything within us to be healed before we're free, then I'm sorry, but we're screwed. Because it's a long process, this healing process. It might even be a lifetime process. But that doesn't mean that you have to wait a lifetime in order to be free, happy, and at peace. Because the true nature of your being is already free, happy, and at peace. And the more and more you come to know that, the more and more the peace of your being is reflected within your body and your mind. And of course, we carry on meeting and healing the wounds that we hold inside. And finding more and more liberation within our own experience. As Nisargadatta Maharaj, I think that's how you pronounce it, says, you just get happier and happier and happier until the moment that you die. As all of these vasanas, as they're called in Sanskrit, all of these vasanas, these tendencies, these samskaras start to empty out of us as we value our own being and as we courageously explore this inner material. We become happier and happier and happier. So it's the two approaches: self-inquiry, the Vedantic approach, recognizing the true nature of mind, the true nature of awareness, what we are as a free being, and the alchemical tantric approach of meeting and transmuting all of the challenging conditioning that is laid within the body and mind. That's my current orientation. Some teachers that I follow focus only on one side of things, or only on the other side of things. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I like to include both, simply because that's what I've done on my path, and that's what I continue to do on my path. So, yes. Much love, my friends. Thank you for listening. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Much love to you.